Alright, so let me tell you what's going on with Tesla lately because it's honestly kind of wild, and I think you will find it pretty interesting, especially if you've ever wondered what the heck Elon Musk is up to these days. So, you know how there's always some crazy headline about Tesla, like every other week? Well, this time it was all about rumors that Elon Musk was about to get replaced as CEO. Like the Wall Street Journal actually put out this whole story saying Tesla ES board was out there looking for a new boss, talking to recruiting firms and everything. But here's where it gets spicy. Tesla's board came out swinging, totally denying the whole thing. Robin Denholm, who's the chair of the board, basically said, "Nope, that's absolutely false. We're not looking for a new CEO. Elon's still our guy." And Elon, being Elon, jumped on X, Twitter's new name, and called the article deliberately false, and even said it was an extremely bad breach of ethics. He was pretty ticked off, honestly. He even claimed that Tesla had told the journal it wasn't true before they published, but they ran with it anyway. Later, the journal updated their story to say Tesla didn't respond before publication, but they're still sticking by their sources, whoever they are. Now, why does any of this matter? Well, Tesla's had a rough patch lately. Their profits dropped by like 71% last quarter, which is a huge hit, and their revenue fell too. The stock's been all over the place. At one point this year, it was down almost 45%. That's the kind of thing that makes investors super nervous, especially when the guy running the show is also off doing a million other things. You know how Elon's been involved in all sorts of stuff, from SpaceX to social media to, most recently, working with the government? Yeah. He's been running this new department called Doge Department of Government Efficiency. I know, only Elon would call it that. So, a lot of folks were starting to wonder if maybe it was time for someone else to step in at Tesla, or at least for Elon to focus more on the company. And during Tesla's last earnings call, he actually said he'd be stepping back from his government gig to focus more on Tesla again. Like, he'll only do government stuff 1 or 2 days a week now. That felt like a direct answer to all the chatter about him being stretched too thin. Investors definitely noticed. But here's the real kicker. While all this drama about the CEO was going down, Tesla dropped a big hint about something they've been teasing for years, their Robotaxi service. So picture this. You're in Austin, Texas, and instead of calling an Uber, you just order a Tesla Robotaxi that drives itself to pick you up. No driver, just you and the car. That's what Tesla's been working on, and they're finally saying it's going to launch on June 1st. They even posted a cryptic message on social media, basically confirming the date. Now, if you've followed Tesla at all, you know Elon loves to make big promises about self-driving cars. He's been saying for years that they're right around the corner, but this time it feels a little more real. During the earnings call, Elon said the team is laser-focused on getting Robotaxis up and running in Austin in June. He even got specific about how it's going to work. They'll start with just 10 or 20 cars, keep a close eye on how things go, and then ramp up quickly if all goes well. It's not going to be a free-for-all right away, though. The first rides will probably go to a select group, maybe employees or early testers. If that goes smoothly, they'll open it up to more people. Elon said that by the end of June or July, you might actually be able to go to Austin and order a Tesla for an autonomous ride. That's pretty wild, right? We've all seen self-driving cars in movies, but the idea that you could actually use one in the next couple of months is kind of mind-blowing. Of course, there are a ton of hurdles. The biggest one is regulation. In California, for example, Tesla just got its first permit to operate a fleet of vehicles for employee rides. But that doesn't mean they can start offering self-driving rides to the public yet. They still need more approvals from the DMV and the Public Utilities Commission. Right now, they can only test with a safety driver behind the wheel, so it's not like you'll see a swarm of Teslas driving themselves around LA tomorrow. But in Texas, especially Austin, the rules are a bit looser, and that's probably why they're starting there. And get this, Tesla's not just using their regular cars for this. They've got this new thing called the Cybercab. Imagine a futuristic 2-seat pod with no steering wheel or pedals. It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. That's the long-term vision, But for now, they're adapting the Model Y for the first round of Robotaxi service. Elon said their self-driving tech is getting so good that, on average, a car could go 10,000 miles before there is an accident, or the system needs a human to step in. He didn't really say how they measure that, though, and Tesla hasn't been super transparent with regulators about their intervention data, unlike companies like Waymo or Zoox. Speaking of Waymo, that's Google's self-driving car project, and they've been running driverless taxis in Phoenix for a while now. But Tesla's doing things differently. Instead of partnering with Uber or Lyft, they want to build the whole service themselves. That means they make the cars, run the app, and handle all the logistics. It's classic Tesla do it all in-house, control everything, and hopefully make more money in the process. It's a bold move, but it's also risky. If it works, Tesla could totally change the way we think about getting around cities. Imagine not owning a car at all, just summoning a robotaxi whenever you need to go somewhere. Elon's been saying for years that this is the future, and if they can pull it off, it could make Tesla way more valuable. But there are a lot of ifs in that sentence. One thing that's kind of funny is how all this is happening while Tesla's core business selling electric cars is facing more competition than ever. Ford, GM, and a bunch of startups are all making EVs now, and some of them are really good. Tesla's sales have dipped, and they're not the only game in town anymore. That's probably part of why they're pushing so hard on the Robotaxi thing. It's a new frontier, and if they can be first, it could give them a huge edge. But back to the whole CEO drama for a second. The fact that the board came out so strongly in support of Elon is a big deal. It tells investors, hey, we're sticking with this guy, even if things are a little bumpy right now. And Elon saying he is going to focus more on Tesla is probably what a lot of people wanted to hear. He's always been the face of the company, for better or worse. And when he's all in, things tend to move faster, sometimes a little too fast, honestly. But that's just how he rolls. So what's next? Well, if all goes according to plan, June 1st is going to be a huge day for Tesla. If they really do launch Robotaxis in Austin, even on a small scale, it'll be a major milestone not just for Tesla, but for self-driving cars in general. Of course, there's always a chance things get delayed. Elon's timelines are kind of famous for slipping, but the fact that they've picked a specific date and are already talking about the rollout details makes it feel like they're pretty close. And if you're wondering what it'll be like to actually ride in one of these things, imagine this. You open the Tesla app, set your pickup spot, and a car with no driver pulls up. You hop in, tell it where you want to go, and it just takes you there. No small talk, no worrying about tipping, no awkward rides with strangers. Just you in the car. It's kind of like having your own private chauffeur, except it's a robot. Of course, there are still questions about safety, reliability, and how regular people will feel about getting into a car with no driver. Some folks are going to love it, others might be a little freaked out at first. But if Tesla can prove it works in Austin, you can bet they'll try to expand fast, probably to other cities in Texas, then maybe places like Miami or Phoenix where the weather's good and the rules are friendly. So yeah, that's the scoop. Tesla's not changing CEOs, Elon's doubling down on the company, and Robotaxis might finally be here, at least in Austin for now. It's a crazy time to be following this stuff, and honestly, I can't wait to see how it all plays out. Whether you're a fan of Elon or not, you've got to admit, he keeps things interesting. And if he really does pull off this robotaxi revolution, it could be one of the biggest changes to transportation since, well, the car itself. Let's grab another coffee in June and see if those robotaxis actually show up.